We're only a few minutes late. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Full Metal 5. I'm your host, Chance Ellison, and this is our flagship Rank 'em, Yell at Each Other Because Shit Didn't Make the List show. And this week, in honor of the release of The Kid Who Would Be King, because I couldn't find a better tie-in, and this is an idea I had a while back that I really wanted to do, we are going to do the top 5. It's Joe Cornish's second movie, so in honor of that, we're doing the top 5 best directors with 5 movies or less. This was a very it's a very research heavy topic, which is why I'm so impressed. I got a great panel to discuss with me today. I know each of these guys did their part and make the show great. This is either going to go fairly straightforward, it's going to get very complicated, and a reason for that might be because I have the single returning veteran of the show. It is Henry Sanchez. Henry, how you doing?
What's up, man? This was actually interesting. When I thought of the list, when you did the topic, I was like, there's at least a couple right off the bat. And then when I did some research, I'm like, holy crap. Wow. Damn it, he had 6. Shit like that. So it was a long day of doing this.
Yeah, it was much like, okay, good. Wait a minute. Damn it, that counts. Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, thanks for coming. And we have 3 newbies to the show. I think this is good. So this is going to be very interesting. First one up, he's a member of the Full Metal crew. He's a newer member, and I believe he's also a member of Confidential Cinema.
Hell yeah, Chance's Wi-Fi showed up on time.
Did I cut out? Whoops.
You didn't cut in.
Matt, how you doing?
Pretty good. I mean, I've been watching the show for a long time. I'm trying to get on here, so I'm really looking forward to this.
Right on. All right, next to him, he is someone else you may recognize from Jack of All Trivia and whatever else he's doing. It's Caleb Boatman. Caleb, how you doing?
Hey, doing good. Happy to be here. Happy to talk about this topic. Yeah.
Awesome. And finally, rounding out the panel, he's someone newer to the community. I believe I don't exactly have the records on me right now, but I am so happy to have him on the show. It is Jordan Taylor. Jordan, how you doing?
I'm good, man. Pleasure to be here. Let's get this started.
Good. All right. Well, wasting no time. Let's get into the show. So the way this works is this show works in 3 different selection processes. The first one is the nominations period. We're each going to go around and nominate a director with 5 movies or less for the top 7. In order for someone to make the top 7, they got to get at least 3/5. No, not at least. They have to get exactly 3/5 majority vote. There's no way you can get at least that. Oh, well, I guess there is. But anyway, 3/5 majority vote to make the top 7. I'm going to go first. I'm going to nominate someone. He is one of my favorite younger directors working today. He is a big up-and-comer, and he is making all sorts of waves in the film industry, and I'm talking about Mr. Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler is someone who, with 3 movies, has really cemented his spot as one of the future generation of as part of the future generation of great filmmakers. He broke out big with Fruitvale Station, which I love. Then he proved that he can reignite passion and energy into a franchise that's been around since the 70s with Creed, which is fantastic. And even this year, how big a phenomenon was Black Panther? How much of Coogler's personality and Coogler's sensibility was injected into that movie? And as of today, it is officially a Best Picture nominee. So I think Coogler is a fantastic director, and I think he is definitely worthy of the top 7. Gonna go to Jordan first. Jordan, does Ryan Coogler make top 7?
Why'd you go to him first?
Because I could. Henry's my show.
Wow. Okay. No,
wow, that's a little racist of you.
Maybe it might have been racist of you. Let us go first.
What the?
Represent nicely.
Okay, fine. You know what? No, Henry, let the white man go first. Let the white ones go first. Henry,
yeah.
Coogler.
Go ahead. Take your time.
Yes for Ryan Coogler. See? We're cool. Prove my point. You didn't have to get a token yes. You're welcome.
Okay, so if Henry's done white splaining, we're gonna go to Jordan, so you can actually give his answer.
Are you done? Are you sure?
I wanted you to get used to me right away. So
not a problem, man. Yes, he does. Fruitvale Station is amazing. Whoever has seen it, I don't know if you have or haven't by now. Spoilers. It's amazing, hands down. Creed, loved it. Creed 2, loved it. He has not come out with a bad movie from what I've seen. He's been able to grow each movie that he's come out with. and show, I guess, what's the best way to put it? Show his growth through each movie, as well as bring what he's learned through each movie that he directs. And it's always the same. It's actually always the same composer that he uses too.
Ludwig Göransson.
And I have all the soundtracks to him too. So whenever he has him combined with the same director, it's magic every time. So I'm looking forward to seeing what more he brings to the category, as well as to his craft.
Well, also, you know, Michael B. Jordan, who he's never been in a movie without, and they're both fantastic. So
yeah.
Oh wow.
That doesn't hurt either.
We'll get into that later, but that's the first spot. Ryan Coogler gets the first spot on our top 7. Matt, Caleb, you didn't get votes. So, Caleb, what would you say about Ryan Coogler?
Yeah, I actually forgot about him and to put him on my short list here, and I would have if I would have remembered Ryan Coogler. I can't believe that he slipped my list here because he definitely belongs on this top 7, and I think all 3 of his films are great. I didn't quite like Creed as much as everybody else did, but Fruitvale Station and Black Panther are great films.
And for the record, I think Jordan screwed up. He did not direct Creed 2, he just produced it, but you can see his picture.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did.
Regardless.
Good.
Matt, Jesus, backhand to Creed 2. Matt, what would you say about Ryan Coogler?
Oh, for sure. I mean, this was the first person I thought of when I saw the topic, so without a doubt.
Really? Okay, awesome. So clean sweep. Wow, starting out the show good. All right, Matt, we're going to you for your first nomination.
I'm gonna jump down to a guy who's actually been making films for about 2 decades now, and he still only has 1, 2, 3, 4 films, and that's gonna be Spike Jonze.
Mm-hmm.
Where in his early career he worked with Charlie Kaufman on Being John Malkovich, an adaptation, which are just like crazy out there stories, but he found a way to kind of ground them in reality, and I think that made them much stronger films. And then, of course, he did Where the Wild Things Are and Her, which is one of my favorites, and that's probably, I think, my favorite Joaquin Phoenix performance is just really just to being able to tell the story between a man falling in love with a phone and just making it just beautiful. So, yeah, Spike Jonze.
The voice of Scarlett Johansson.
The voice of Scarlett Johansson, it makes that whole thing kind of more believable. But anyway, Spike Jonze on the table. The guy who probably would make more movies. He stopped making. If you get off his lazy ass, stop making Apple commercials. But I'm kidding, Spike. Caleb, you didn't get a vote last time, so I'm gonna go to you first. Spike Jonze, does he make top 7?
Yes. His work with Charlie Kaufman is absolutely fantastic. Being John Malkovich and Adaptation are 2 fantastic meta drama comedies, and they're both amazing films. Specifically, I love Adaptation. I love that movie. The best Nicolas Cage has ever been, in my opinion. Love that movie so much. And I think his movies without Kaufman are still just as good. I think Where the Wild Things Are is a really underrated kids film. I actually like that movie a lot. And then Her, which he did in 2013, is a fantastic romantic sci-fi film. I think, all of his films have been great. I think that he also gets props for directing the video for Weezer's Buddy Holly. So, but that's a great song and a great video. So yes, Spike Jonze makes it on.
I agree on Weezer. I disagree on Nick Cage because he could not eat a peach for hours in Adaptation.
You don't know. He probably could have beaten it.
He could not eat a peach for hours.
I'm sure they can.
All right, so I'm going to me next, and it's a tough one. And Spike Jonze is someone for a long time I didn't quite get, but like I watched the movies more recently, and I gained a profound respect for Spike Jonze. To the point where I wish he would stop making Apple commercials so he'd make more movies. So yes, I say Spike Jonze makes top 7. So that's it. Second direction to make the list. Jordan, Henry, you guys didn't get lists. So Henry, what would you have said?
This would have been a tough one because I feel like with the movies being spread out in his career, that some of the people I have on my list that's more closer and like right now, so they're making a more immediate impact like in their career, and it's kind of like I respect his decision to only make movies that he's passionate about and he were well crafted, but based on the list, I would have probably went no just because of other people. So nothing hit him. He's on my list, but yeah, a little lower.
All right. And Jordan, what would you have said?
I actually agree with him. He's on my
Really?
list too, but a little lower.
Okay. Well,
Like
Jordan.
half. By half.
All right. Well, Jordan, you get to go someone who's high on your list. Let's see what you got. First nomination.
Ben Affleck. Off the bat, Ben Affleck. From The Town to Argo to probably whatever movie he's going to decide to come out with next, directorial wise. He has an eye for detail, as well as using his craft as an actor to propel his directorial things going forward. And it kind of has been more hits than misses from this standpoint. I think Argo is coming out. As far as what's going to happen later on with whatever his situation is currently, I think that when he does decide to come back directorial-wise, he'll probably knock it out of the park.
All right. Well, okay. A few fact checks or comments that come after us. He did direct a movie after Argo, Live by Night, which we're not going to hold that against him.
Yeah, that's why I'm not gonna. That's why I didn't mention.
That's
it.
why I didn't bring it up.
We might hold it.
We might. If you didn't,
We might.
If you didn't or I didn't, someone else was.
We might.
Okay.
And-
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna.
But either way, so Matt, Ben Affleck is on the table. Going to you first.
You also forgot to mention Gone Baby Gone, which is another great film.
Gone Baby Gone is true.
Sure. Live by Night is just, and I have a bunch of directors I'm looking at who don't have that just dreadful movie on their list. So, unfortunately, as much as I love those three movies, I'm going to have to say no to Ben Affleck.
All right. So that's one no for Affleck. I'm going to go to Henry next season, get a vote last time.
Similar to what Matt just said, this list is just too big of people who don't have misses. And not only did Ben Affleck have a miss, it's kind of a big miss. And I feel like he's a good director, but I don't necessarily think he has a style that stands out. And I have some people on the list that have a style that, kind of, make their small filmography more memorable. So I'm going to go no.
I'm going to go to me next. And look, Live by Night is not good, I'll admit, but I think the three-hit combo of Gone Be Gone, The Town, and Argo are enough to make me ignore Live by Night because those three movies are so good. You can clearly tell in Live by Night he didn't, have time to put all his effort into Live by Night because at the same time he was making Batman v Superman, and that's the time all the Batman stuff broke down. So I'm not gonna hold Live by Night against him. So I will give Affleck a yes. Should have won Best Director in 2012, although Ang Lee Flew Pie really great. So which means going to Caleb for the tiebreaker. Does Ben Affleck make top 7 or not?
Live by Night is just too much of a blemish on his record. I'm sorry. There are just so many films, so many directors left that don't have a film that as bad as Live by Night in their filmographies. If maybe we would have knocked some others out and got him in later, I think maybe we could have gotten Ben Affleck in there. But I think right now with the directors that are still left, I can't do it. I can't let Ben Affleck get in there. But yeah, The Town and Argo and Gone Baby Gone are all really good movies. But yeah, I got to give him a no.
Oh, well, we tried, Ben. Sorry. Ben Affleck does not make top 7. So, Caleb, you broke the tie last time, so we're going to go to you for your first nomination.
Okay. I'm going with somebody who has directed a favorite film of mine, like my number one film of 2 different years. And he's only made 3 movies. He did a really great movie this year. Damien Chazelle. Damien Chazelle has made 3 really great movies. Whiplash and La La Land were both my number one film of 2014 and 2016. And then First Man made my top 5 of this year. So Damien Chazelle has directed 3 really good movies, in my opinion anyway. I really enjoyed all 3 of them. Yeah, had a really good time. I think Whiplash is just so brutal. J.K. Simmons is amazing in that movie. La La Land, completely different, but I also really enjoyed that movie. Just a really fun, like classic style Hollywood musical. And then First Man, just completely different with a more like really restrained, kind of cold biopic about Neil Armstrong that really reflected the attitude of Neil Armstrong, that kind of soulless attitude. And I loved all three of his movies. So yeah, I think Damien Chazelle definitely deserves.
Don't forget about Guy and Madeline on a park bench. So.
Oh yes, my bad.
But it's still 4 movies, so he still counts. The guy who hates jazz, Damien Chazelle, is up for every movie. Every movie he makes, jazz is tearing lives apart. So Damien Chazelle's on the table. Going to you first, Jordan. Does Damien Chazelle make top 7?
He does, and only because of La La Land. I will give him La La Land. I've seen that movie. And the ending is not what you expect it to be, especially for something of that caliber of a musical. And I'm a big fan of musicals, so it gets a pass because of that, and also Whiplash. Truly, because J.K. Simmons is a hard case, and I would never want him to train me in anything, ever.
I hear he's very nice in real life.
He's nice in real life, absolutely.
As long as you're not rushing or dragging.
Or dragging.
Or need insurance.
Dun dun.
Or
We are
definitely
farmers.
So that's a yes for Chazelle from you.
He gets a pass, though. Absolutely.
Okay. So that's 1 yes for Damien Chazelle. I'm gonna go to me next. Actually, he's on the fence because I do like Whiplash was in my top 10 2014. La La Land was also in my top 10. First Man didn't quite make it, but I do like the movie a lot. It's tough. I think I will. I'm gonna see the floor to Matt. Matt, does Damien Chazelle make top 7?
Way to go to you first, just to set it off. I make the rules.
I might make it a little easier for you, a little harder for you, because I love Whiplash. It's a fantastic film. The other two, I didn't really. I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but it's a no for me.
Ooh. Caleb Coho just put you on his hit list. And looking at the... You know what? On the strength of Whiplash and the other two, which I do like, I will edge towards a yes for Damien Chazelle. Damien Chazelle makes top 7. Henry, what would you have said?
I personally believe that the reason that First Man gets as much hate as it does is because of it. It was a letdown as far as like entertainment. I feel like no one discredits the movie as a well-made movie. I feel like they kind of take it away as it's not as entertaining, because even Whiplash is not like haha funny entertaining, but it's engaging and stuff. And I feel like because the disconnect of the character of Neil Armstrong in First Man, they kind of took people out of it. But that's a testament to Damien Chazelle's filmmaking abilities, that he had such highs that even a movie that's really good is considered a low to some people. So I feel like he definitely belongs on this list. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, the writer of The Last Exorcism Part 2, yes, that's a real thing. Look it up. Is on the list.
We're not. This is directing. We're not worried about writing.
Going to you, Henry. What's your first nomination?
All right, so like I was talking about earlier with the reason I knocked off Ben Affleck, I was talking about style, and I'm going with the director who's made 3 movies, and he just has so much style. When you watch his movies, you were like, "Yep, that's his movie" because of the dialogue, because it's it comes back and forth. It's got the dark comedy. I'm going Martin McDonagh with In Bruges, 7 Psychopaths, and 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. I know how some people feel about 3 Billboards, but similar to what I just said about Damien Chazelle, the filmmaking aspect is there. It's got the characters, it's got entertaining moments, and regardless of what you think of, some character decisions and ideas on the characters, the actual filmmaking is there. And the first 2 we made were just so strong in Bruges and 7 Psychopaths. Very underrated. Martin McDonagh should be on this list, and hopefully he will be.
All right, Martin McDonagh is up for top 7. Gonna go to Caleb first.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to give this one a yes. In Bruges is just a really great movie, really fun, dark comedy, great debut. I didn't like 7 Psychopaths as much as everybody else did, but I still do like that movie. And I know some people don't like it. I really enjoyed 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. I thought that was Sam Rockwell's performance in that film. He deserved the Oscar for that performance. Very good. And Frances McDormand, great as always. Woody Harrelson. Yeah, he makes really great, interesting, dark comedies. Yeah, very great style. Yeah, definitely yes for me.
All right, so as one yes, I'm going to go to Jordan.
He gets a yes. He gets a yes because my dad, God rest that man's soul, introduced me to Seven Psychopaths.
Nice.
That movie alone gets him a pass from me. So yeah, and I love his visual style, honestly, as well as the dark humor of that movie.
All right, so that closes it. Martin McDonagh makes top 7. Matt, you and I did not get votes. What would you have said?
I mean, I would have had to think about it. I'm glad I didn't have to vote, but I probably would have said yes.
Oh man.
Okay, I guess I stand alone on this panel because I actually would have said no.
We all know you would have said no.
It
That's
was
fine.
close.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Because I know how much you hate 3 billboards.
When have I ever said I hate 3 billboards?
Maybe
You're spreading lies, sir. I don't appreciate it. All right, going back to me. There's a few. Okay, there's 2. Well, first of all, there's 4 spots on the list taken up. This hasn't happened in a while. There's 2 I'm going between. One I definitely think will get brought up by somebody else at some point. Somebody will bring the other guy up. So I'm going with the second person I thought of when this topic came up. I'm going with Steve McQueen. Steve McQueen is someone who's managed to is really just like working from the indie scene to the mainstream features. He's had 4 movies. All of them have been really great. Hunger, Shame, which features one of not the best male performances of the 2010s. 12 Years a Slave, which is a fantastic period piece drama, which it's too bad that didn't get more of an Oscar push because that definitely deserved more than it actually got.
It should have.
And it definitely should have. And also Widows this year, which is really divisive, but I absolutely love that movie. Really showed that he can translate, his indie sensibilities to like bigger, grander filmmaking. So yeah, I think Steve McQueen is a fantastic director, and I think he should be on this list more than maybe Martin McDonagh. But either way, gonna go to Henry first this time.
He's one of my ones where it's a guaranteed. Yeah, he was at the top of the list. It was Martin McDonagh and 2 other people, and Steve McQueen in my top 4. It's like, yep, they're for sure getting brought up. So Steve McQueen, he just like he alone is the reason why I was like, I want to see Widows. And then regardless of how I felt about Widows, I liked the movie, but I didn't love it as I was hoping to. And I feel like similar to what I'm saying about Damien Chazelle and Martin McDonagh, it's just kind of expectations, and that's what shows a great filmmaker. So somebody to have such high expectations going into a movie with such a small filmography shows, credibility in their, work. And Steve McQueen definitely has that. Plus, I mean, he has a Best Picture, so that's definitely pretty impressive.
All right, so that is 1 yes for Steve McQueen. Gonna go to Jordan next. Does Steve McQueen make top 7?
He does. I'll give him a pass because of Widows, even though I didn't really like Widows as much. 12 Years a Slave is one of my all-time favorite movies, and something I actually waited to watch later on and loved. I don't know why he doesn't have more movies, but I'm kind of glad he doesn't.
So you can make this list.
Yes, absolutely.
His sole purpose. He's like,
that's
these 4 projects, turn them down.
That's the only reason.
Just so we can be on the show.
Yeah. And the next time there's another category in the 10 movies, he better be there too. His style is very unheard of. He has a documentary kind of style feel to it, but it sort of pulls you in at the same time. And whenever there's a movie, for me personally, where a director can sort of make you forget about the world outside and trance you into the world that he's creating, that matters most. And it's a rarity to find that with certain directors, because some feel like they go through the motions, and with him, it's like a passion project with each one that he does. So he gets a pass.
All right. We start like on the new Formula 5 bingo page. It's going to be Jordan says he gets so-and-so gets a pass.
Yes.
But that is it. Steve McQueen makes top 7. Caleb, Matt, you once again did not get votes for a pick that I threw up. What would you have said, Caleb?
I would have said yes because of 12 Years a Slave and Widows. I have not seen Hunger or Shame. I need to see Hunger and Shame. But
Shame is fantastic.
Yeah, I've heard good things about both of those films. But 12 Years a Slave, yeah, just powerful, hard to watch, but great movie. And Widows was completely different. It was a super fun, not super fun, but it was like a more like accessible Steve McQueen. You know, it was a much different. It was a heist movie, and I enjoyed that one quite a bit. And yeah, one of my top 10 of the year. And yeah, so I think yeah, Steve McQueen gets a yes. Well, even though it doesn't matter because he's already on the list.
And Matt, what would you say about Steve McQueen?
Of course, I mean that's one of the top names on my list, and like you said with Widows, I mean that's a movie where it's just like a little commercial thriller. But as soon as it was announced and with his name on it, they were already talking about Best Picture nominee possibilities and Best Directors and all that stuff. And of course, we also get to give him credit for kind of introducing Michael Fassbender to the world as well. So
yeah, that we do. It's a wonder why he wasn't in Widows. I guess maybe he's probably busy, but either way.
Making another X-Men movie.
oh God. Next vote, Simon Kinberg. No, I'm kidding. going to you, Matt, for your next nomination.
Oh boy, well, my big ones have already been taken, so I'm gonna go to I'm gonna say Rian Johnson. With his first film, Brick, is just an amazing, just like a kind of like a modern day noir film, and then he's got The Brothers Bloom, which is like a really fun movie too, and then Looper, of course, is just one of the best sci-fi films of the last decade or so. I don't remember exactly when it came out. And Last Jedi, I mean, there's some people, it's very divisive. I mean, some people love it, some people hate it, but no matter what, you got to admit that the directing was amazing. He was able to pull some really great scenes during that film. So he's definitely got a style all of his own. I mean, even with the TV stuff they did, he directed a lot of Breaking Bad episodes, some of the best episodes. So, I mean, he's got his own style, and I think he's going to be making some great films for years to come. So.
All right, so Rian Johnson is up for top 7. I'm going to go to Caleb first, just because you didn't get it about last time.
Yeah, this is tough. How many spots are left?
2.
You know what? Yeah, because of how varied his career is and how many different types of movies he can make a really funny comedy. Brothers Bloom is so underrated. I love that movie. That's a really fun movie. And then he can do, these more contained thrillers like Brick, and then he can do these. I at least enjoyed his big blockbuster, The Last Jedi. So, yeah, I'll give Rian Johnson a yes.
All right, I'm gonna go to me next. Okay, just gonna ignore what I'm wearing right now. So here's the thing. So we have 2 spots left. Now, had we brought this up like a few spots ago, I definitely would have been a yes. Going right now, though, I'm still a yes. I think Rian Johnson, something I'm mad about Rian Johnson, the fact that he could take a genre and just completely flip it on its head. He did that, with he made a great neo-noir film with Brick, which people need to check out. Yeah, Brothers Bloom, it's not as good as his other 3 movies, but still pretty enjoyable movie. And yeah, Looper, which is one of the best standalone sci-fi movies of the past 10, 15 years. Last movie where Bruce Willis truly gave a shit. And Last Jedi, which I do love. So yeah, I'm gonna bring us to dangerous territory, and I'm gonna put Rian Johnson on the list. So that's it. Henry is trying to get back in the call, but he would have been a no. Jordan, what would you have said about Rian Johnson?
He's on the fence because of Last Jedi.
You're one of those people.
Oh no! Listen, I love Star Wars. I love what he was able to create. However, it's certain things. It's childhood. It's like I look at Luke Skywalker and that whole thing, and that's an entire other can that I don't want to get into.
That's fine. That's fair.
But at the same time, Looper it deserves a lot more praise than it got.
Yes.
it should be higher up. Honestly, even with Bruce Willis giving a damn, which he doesn't anymore.
He does not.
After watching a certain movie that I won't get into, you know what? I'll give him a yes. Why not?
Not that we needed to vote, but it's good to know that you would have said yes.
I would have said yes. Now,
all right, but Jordan, we get to go back to your next nomination.
I would honestly like to put in, if possible, and I can't remember to pronounce this guy's last name, but it's Neil Blomkamp, I think.
Neil Blomkamp.
There we go. Director of Elysium, Chappie, District 9.
Okay. Make your case.
Biggest reason why is he deserves a lot more praise. Seriously, look at District 9. Although people will probably look at Chappie and Elysium and go, why, God, why? I think that one movie alone can justify his place. However, you guys might say no to this, but in my honest opinion, with his style, I don't really see how or if anybody could top that I know of at that point with that kind of genre and what he was able to create at that point in time. Even Chappie with its faults, as well as Elysium with its faults, I still think he deserves a 2 spot. I'm sorry.
All right. That's right. So I think we have Henry back. I'm not that entirely positive, but either way, whether we have Henry or not, Neil Blomkamp.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm
cool.
here.
Neil Blomkamp is on top 7. Since you weren't here last time, I'll go to you first for your 2 cents on Neil Blomkamp.
Nah, we're good.
All right, good.
Thank you so much.
Go to Matt.
He's on my list. He's a lot lower. I mean, District 9 is amazing, and I'm probably one of the few people that really, really enjoyed Chappie. Elysium.
You're the guy.
I'm with you for that one.
If this was earlier on in the show, I probably would have given him a yes. But with 1 spot left, it's got to be a no.
I'm gonna go to me next, and I'm gonna put this one to bed. Yeah, as much as I do love District 9, I do love that movie. Yeah, Elysium's okay, and I really don't care for Chappie. I always say if Neil Blomkamp's movie came out in reverse, he'd be a great director. But the fact that it's going the way that he did, I got to give a no to Blomkamp. Although I am strangely looking forward to RoboCop Returns, even though it's not really RoboCop Returning. Just be rated R. Be rated R, for Christ's sake. So that's it. Neil Blomkamp does not make top 7. Kayla, what would you have said?
I would have said this. Yeah, it was. No, yeah, Chappie's why he won't make the list ever. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a very, very good argument. Going to you next, Caleb.
Okay, I'm gonna go with a director who has been working since 2001. He has made 3 quality, memorable, likable, lovable films. It's Pete Docter, the Pixar director. Monsters, Inc., Up, Inside Out. Those are the 3 movies he's made. All of them are classics. Some of the best Pixar has made. I would argue Inside Out is the best of those 3, but I love all 3 of them. He doesn't, in my opinion, he doesn't have a bad movie in there. There are, some people think, even the people who don't like Up as much as everybody else does, still will quote, will cite that opening 10 minutes for being so memorable and iconic that typically it's like, well, I really love the 10 minutes and the rest of the movie was okay. I don't think it's a bad one in there. All 3 of those movies are just really likable, and I still really like the whole thing of Up. So, yeah, I think Pete Docter should be on the list.
All right, so Pete Docter is up for top 7. There's 2 Henrys now. It's weird, but anyway, we are in a position where Pete Docter, the Pixar director extraordinaire, is up for top 7. I'm gonna go to Jordan first this time.
I did not like Inside Out, believe it or not.
What?
Oh,
Not. I'm kidding. I like the two.
Okay. I was about to say,
comparing that to Monsters Inc. kind of a tall order to do because I love me some Monsters Inc.
I do too.
So on the strength of those movies, it's kind of like, quality over quantity. Does he get a pass? Does he make that spot? Yes, he does. He gets a yes.
Okay,
He definitely.
That's one yes for Pete Docter. I was confused. I thought he made the list for some reason, but that's one yes for Pete Docter. I'm gonna go to Matt next. Matt, Pete Docter, does he make top 7?
This is a tough one. I think this is another one that if it would have been earlier, but with this last spot, there are still, I think, a few directors. I feel like he doesn't need my vote, so I'm going to give it a no on this one.
All right. So that's one no for Rian Johnson and one yes. Going to go to me next. I think Pete Docter is probably the most consistent of the Pixar directors because every movie he's done has been like fantastic with Pixar. I do think there's a better choice than Pete Docter for the last spot on the list that we're surprisingly not calling yet. So I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna bounce it to Henry.
So this one's tough because
it's an animated Henry. We know you're gonna say no. You gotta play it out.
No, I'm serious. I'm on the same boat as you. It's between this or the other guy, and I'm gonna go because it's my favorite Pixar movie or my second favorite Pixar movie, and I'm gonna go with my favorite Pixar movie on this one and say no.
Oh well, okay. We're very clearly not on the same page, but that is it. And Pete Docter does not make the top 7. All right, and throwing it back to Henry for the last one to close out the round.
Okay, so this is a tough vote because I feel like based on semantics, the person I want on here most, some you guys might say no because they technically have a 6 film, but I don't know if it's necessarily, it's only an hour 18 minutes, so it's not that long, it's not that real, and I'm not even gonna risk it. Yeah. So I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to go with the other Pixar director, Lee Unkrich. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movies, and they're most of my favorites. Coco is my number 1 Pixar movie. Monsters, Inc. is number 2, which he co-directed. And then Toy Story 2 is 3. Finding Nemo's in the top 5. So I'm going Lee Unkrich. A little better than Pete Docter.
All right, so Lee Unkrich is the – should we go with the other one? Lee Unkrich is the up on the table now. So gonna go to Caleb. So Pete Docter didn't make it. Are you gonna give the yes to Lee Unkrich?
I've gotta just look at Toy Story 3 and Coco because I'm not gonna look at the other ones he co-directed because again that was co-directing. I want to just look at the ones that he was the head director on. That's
Fair.
Toy Story 3 and Coco. Now, I do really like Toy Story 3. I don't like that one as much as everybody else likes Toy Story 3. I prefer the first 2 Toy Stories. I really did enjoy Coco, though. I think I'll give it a yes. I'll give it a yes. That gets a yes from me. Coco's really, really good. And I still do enjoy Toy Story 3. So, yeah, I'll give it a yes.
Enjoy. What you fucking Robert Parker? But either way, there's one yes for Lee Unkrich.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Rob? It is a great remake of Toy Story 2. We can all agree on that.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, it is. It's Toy Story 2. It is.
I'm not even going to fight Toy Story right now, but either way. Jordan, Lee Unkrich, you can make top 7.
I am looking at my list. Toy Story 3. Honestly, it could have ended with Toy Story 3 and the world would have been happy, but they're making a 4. He gets a yes. He gets a yes because of Toy Story 3. He damn well gets a yes. I am not that big a fan of Coco. I do love it, but I'm not as a big a fan of it as Toy Story 3 as I am with Coco. But he gets a yes.
All right, well, that closes it. In a surprising turn of events, Lee Unkrich makes Unkrich, whatever.
Unkrich.
Lee makes top 7. And Lee closes out the list. Matt, our votes didn't count. What would you? I would have been a no. As much as I do love Toy Story 3 and Coco. Coco's great too, but I would have been a no.
It's the same thing. It had been earlier, maybe, but with the last spot, I feel like we're voting him on just to vote him back off again. So.
Yeah, I got that.
First of all, that's not the case necessarily.
Bullshit. Okay, either way.
Ryan Johnson made the list. That is not necessarily the case. Well, he's going to get voted off too, right?
Well, hey, we don't know that for sure, so we're going to go into some honorable mentions. The one I think people may be surprised didn't make this list. I really think Edgar Wright should have been on this list. Fistful
That's what I was thinking.
Sex movies.
Fistful of Fingers.
Doesn't
that never even got released.
Driver.
It was in very small theaters.
No, it never
Edgar Wright has talked
It
about.
was in UK theaters. It was not in the US, but it did play in UK.
Yeah, well, it did play in theaters.
In UK, baby, fuck off. All right, so no,
It doesn't matter.
Fistful of Fingers does not count. Edgar Wright should have been on this list. I stand firm by that.
Baby Driver is amazing. If you've seen it, Baby
Driver is
great.
awesome.
Yeah.
He is the one big omission from this list that I was willing to put up.
That's what I was talking about, by the way, Chance. I knew that we were going to at least have one or two haters, so I was like, let's just not even have that fight.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I love
Edgar
it.
Wright makes great movies. He's just
Okay.
made more than 5.
But either way, I'll throw out. Frank Darabont is one I consider throwing out. The dude who's only made 3 movies, all
Holy
3
shit.
adaptations. And
Can we redo this?
Yeah.
Can we redo this, please?
I made. Well, do you want to redo this? Take Martin McDonough off, douchebag. No, we can't redo this. Too far gone.
I'd say Lee Unkrich then.
Other ones. Jeff Nichols, I think, is a pretty good contender for this list. Cary Fukunaga, I would have definitely liked to see him thrown on here. 3 movies, all three great. Maybe a little controversy, but James Gunn's honorable mention. I don't think I've ever thrown him up. James Gunn, I think he's a fantastic director. Barry Jenkins, Taika Waititi, J.J. Abrams, and both those last 2. The eligibility for this list will end after this year because there's 6 movies coming out, both in 2019. And finally, Phil Lord and Chris Miller, who have done 4 movies. So those are my honorable mentions. Matt, any ones you want to throw out?
I mean, you just listed off most of my list there, but I got a couple more. I got S. Craig Zoller, who directed Bone Tomahawk and Brawl in Cell Block 99. He has quickly become one of my favorite directors. Jeremy Saulnier, wasn't sure about his name, so I didn't make him up. But he directed Blue Ruin and Green Room.
Yeah, Jeremy Saulnier.
Yeah. Andrew Dominic from Killing Them Softly, Chopper, Assassination of Jesse James. Thomas would hate me forever if I didn't bring up Alex Garland from Ex Machina and Annihilation.
And possibly Dread.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Gareth Evans, who did The Raid and The Raid 2.
Those are very underrated movies.
Jordan Peele, probably after this year, once we all see Us, probably would have made the list, but would just
if Us lands and we ever have to redo this list, I think Jordan Peele might have a chance.
You better be on that list. You better be on that list.
Didn't get brought up was Tommy Wiseau.
Tommy Wiseau, who directed the excellent movie The Room.
Story.
Auteur filmmaker.
Auteur. filming.
Who else does digital and film?
Yeah, I was about to say that. The only person who films in digital and standard at the same time.
The Orson Welles of our time.
The Orson Welles of 2 different types of cameras.
Jordan, any honorable mentions for you?
You guys basically mentioned my list, so no.
Okay, so we're done. Henry, honorable mentions for you.
Real quick, J.J. Abrams, the Russo brothers, Shane Black, Christopher McQuarrie, Ruben Fleischer, Mike Judge, Henry Selick.
Ruben Fleischer?
Yeah.
Really?
Zombieland. And Venom made a lot of money, so he's
That's making a good movie.
Oh my god.
And Zombieland's fantastic. And
So
Joss
one
Whedon.
movie out of 4.
I don't know about Venom.
And Joss Whedon. And then you said Alex Garland and other ones I said. So those are the ones that weren't brought up.
And Caleb.
Yeah, pretty much everything has been brought up except for I do want to give a shout out to Steven Chbosky, who did both Perks of Being a Wallflower and
Wonder.
Wonder.
Two
Wonder.
really
Wonder was great.
enjoyable, likable movies. I like both of them a lot. And then Jonathan Dayton and Valerie Faris. They are two directors who directed the movies Little Miss Sunshine, Ruby Sparks, and Battle of the Sexes. I like all three of those movies a lot. And so, I think those would be my only honorable mentions besides the honorable mentions already mentioned.
All right, and some other ones I'll throw out because I thought someone else would name them. I have Lynn Ramsey, a director of You Were Never Really Here, and we need to talk about Kevin, which I think is fantastic. Bennett Miller, who directed Capote, Moneyball, and Foxcatcher. Surprised he hasn't made the movie yet. And last one, who I know never would have gotten on because of the movie he made last year, Shane Black, and he wouldn't have gotten on because of The Predator.
Oh, I didn't say Shane Black? My bad. Yeah, Shane Black was on my list.
Okay. Oh, you did?
Yeah, that's what I was
Must have missed him, but either way. So we have
Kiss,
our top
kiss,
7.
bang, bang.
That's it. Our top 7, Ryan Coogler, Spike Jonze, Damien Chazelle, Martin McDonagh, Steve McQueen, Ryan Johnson, and Lee Unkrich. That's a pretty great list of directors. Now, the hard part is we now have to go in and we have to cut 2 of these. This is the antithesis of round 1. What we're going to do is we're going to go around the table, nominate a director to get knocked off of the list. And, it's the same thing, 3/5 votes gets them kicked off. So, either way. I'm going to go first because there's someone I know is going to get nominated at some point. So I'm going to go with the other obvious one. Martin McDonagh. Martin McDonagh needs to just hop on out of here because I think in terms of like quality of film, all these guys have better movies than Martin McDonagh. So I think Martin McDonagh should be out of here. I believe Henry put it on. So I'm going to go to Henry, see if he wants to knock it off.
First of all, the fact that you don't want him in the top 5 is crazy. And the fact that you is like, let's get him off so quickly is crazy. No.
Okay, so that's 1 vote for Martin McDonagh to stay on. Matt, you got my back on this one?
I'm okay with him being in the top 7, but he doesn't have a place in this top 5.
All right. God. That's 2.
Those are weird.
Gonna go someone more likely to take my side. Gonna go Caleb.
Just a reminder, it's Coogler, Jones, Unkrich, Johnson, McDonagh, McQueen, and who else?
Damien Chazelle.
Okay. With those, then I am going to say, I like McDonagh a lot, but I think just there are 5 others that I think are more deserving.
No respect for comedy.
I think.
Go ahead, Caleb. You're saying?
Yeah, there are just a few others that are more deserving of the top 5. It's not a case of McDonagh being bad, because 3 Billboards in Bruges are really amazing movies. It's just a case of these other 5 directors. There are other 5 directors that I just prefer to McDonagh.
All right, well, suck it, Henry, because Martin McDonagh is not moving on to top 5. Jordan,
you didn't pay me enough.
You did not. I mean, literally. You had to take it there. Jordan, you didn't get a vote. So what would you have said?
He's gone. He's got to go.
Sorry, Henry. You're standing on an island alone.
The second one we nominated, and he's going to go the first. You guys are weird.
He wasn't the second one we nominated.
Second one we got on. Or third.
No, he wasn't that either. He was the 4th.
I erased my list. I forgot.
All right. Well, either way, Henry, since we knocked off your pick right now, we'll give you the next cut.
Well, I'm hoping that we can go with somebody with higher films and no lows or controversial ones. So I'm going to go Ryan Johnson off instead of the other one that you guys probably would think about. So I'm giving you guys time to think intelligently and not want to knock that person off. So Ryan Johnson.
You just want him up. You just don't want to get knocked off. So you guys in the next top 5. But either way, Ryan Johnson is up for getting the boot. So going to you, Matt?
I mean, he was my pick.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to you first because he was your pick.
And there, yeah, he stays.
What was that?
He stays.
Okay, so we have one vote for him staying. Going to go to Jordan. We didn't get a vote last time.
He gets to go.
Ooh.
He has to.
All right.
It doesn't. And it's mostly, and it probably, I'm not maybe biased because of this, but it probably has a lot to do with a certain movie that came out.
you can say it. You can say the title. It's not Voldemort.
Yeah, say it's not Voldemort. He can be named.
You can't name the movie.
I don't want to name it because it's not The Last Jedi. It shouldn't. Oh God.
Oh wow.
Oh, was it not The Last Jedi?
No, it is The Last Jedi. It's absolutely The Last Jedi.
Your misdirection is crazy.
That is the movie I'm looking for. He has to go. He has to go.
I'm about to say he has really strong feelings about Brothers Bloom.
Yes.
that movie broke his soul. I'm gonna go to me next, and Caleb, I hate to do this to you, but I'm gonna say Rian Johnson stays to put you in a position where you have to say whether he stays or goes. So Caleb, Rian Johnson, you're the foremost authority on this guy.
If you were going to go to me, I was going to say, "Oh, you pick," because I can't decide, and now it's up to me.
Saying it back to you, anyways. See, that's how I do it.
Yeah. So, yeah, Brothers Bloom is such a good movie. I haven't seen Brick. I'll admit that. So I've only seen Brothers Bloom, and I haven't actually seen. No, I've seen Looper. I haven't seen it in a long time, and then I've seen Last Jedi. You know what? He gets on just for the variety. That he gets to go to top 5.
Balls.
All right, so Rian Johnson gets to stay. So Caleb, I'm not gonna put you in a position where you have to vote again, so I'm gonna go for you for the next knockoff.
Yeah, this is a director who's made one really, really, really great movie and one really good movie.
Your voice went up. You're lying.
What?
Your voice went up. Means you're lying.
Lee Unkrich. I like Coco, but Toy Story 3 is good. But I think just compared to all these,
I'm like, choose your words wisely on which one's great and which one's good.
I'm sorry I don't like Toy Story 2 Part 2 again. But it's just he's a good director, but I think there are 4 others that deserve it more than Unkrich.
All right. So Lee Unkrich, well, Toy Story 3 is awesome, so check yourself. And Henry,
I like the movie.
Shut your face, Caleb. Going to Henry, because this is also his nomination. So Henry, does Unkrich move on, or is he off?
I feel like you also got to keep in mind that he co-directed other movies, and it's still under 5, and that he's a contributor to those. Plus, the 2 he did were fantastic. So he's upper echelon Pixar with his 2 solos and also with the ones he co-directed. So he should definitely be on here.
All right, so that's 1 vote for Lee Unkrich to stay on the list. What a shock. Gonna go to Jordan because he's the one who said yes when we were voting about it.
He gets to stay. And he gets to stay. And now, don't get me wrong. He directed a lot. He's more co-directed than actually directed. But it's not like he's fallen off since he's actually directed. He's actually been hitting them with masterpieces. So there's no reason why he should be off, out of the top 5.
All right. And I'm going to go to Matt Lee Unkrich. Does he stay or does he go?
Looking at who's left on the list, there's only one other person I'd be okay leaving it, and I know no one else would vote for him to leave. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to vote no for Lee.
And it comes down to me, and I am putting the final nail in the coffin of Henry Sanchez's dreams because Lee Unkrich is off the top. He's not moving on to top 5. So that is it.
That's cool. Both of my picks made it and then got chopped off. No worries.
Nothing personal. Nothing personal.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
If I thought there was a chance you guys would have voted Giselle off, I would have kept him. But
All right. Well, We have our top 5. That is Ryan Coogler, Spike Jonze, Damien Chazelle, Steve McQueen, and Ryan Johnson. Pretty good crop of filmmakers right here. So now we come to the rankings portion of the show. We are each going to a spot on the list going to be up for voting. We're each going to write down on our whiteboards, paper, whatever we happen to have, what will go in that spot. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, and then 1. So, gentlemen, if you all write down what should go in the number 5 spot on the list.
Always be closing.
Oof.
Hang on.
It's probably actually the toughest time I've had ranking things on this show.
My bottom 2 are pretty easy, and top 3 is tough.
Yeah.
By the way, you guys all admitted you guys hate Pixar by cutting Dr. and Elkridge off.
I wouldn't have cut Doctor off. I would have let Doctor in the top 5.
All right, so you ready, Jordan?
No, who are the final 5 we have? Just to double check.
It's Ryan Coogler, Spike Jonze, Damien Chazelle, Steve McQueen, and Ryan Johnson.
Jordan, you look like a little kid asking if you got games on your phone.
Aww.
That angle.
Got any games?
That close up.
All right, so I think we're all ready. Jordan, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to go first. Nothing against this guy, it's just the one I like the least out of all these. I have Spike Jonze. Going to go to Matt next.
Damien.
Okay. Going to Jordan.
If I can do it. Hang on. Spike.
Ooh, all right, 2 votes for Spike Jonze. Going to Henry.
Ryan Johnson.
And Caleb.
Ryan Johnson.
Oh, so Matt is going to have to change his vote. Number 5. Is it going to be Spike Jonze? Or is it going to be Ryan Johnson?
The guy who voted in Ryan Johnson.
And Spike, didn't you?
Voted in both of these.
Oh, yeah. He's having to pick between.
Yeah, which kid do you like more, Matt?
I think I like Spike more, so we'll put Ryan at the bottom.
My man.
All right, so Ryan Johnson is the number 5. All right, so now go for the number 4 spot on the list.
The other easy one. Heads up, Matt. You should not write what you're going to write just because.
Oh, it's already there.
Oh, my God. You're going to lose this.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I honestly think it's going to be 4-1 on this anyway, so it's probably good.
Well, we're going to find out. I'm going to go to Matt, who I know hasn't changed.
Damien.
Yeah, I'm going to go to me because I haven't changed. Still Spike Jonze. Going to go to Jordan, who I'm also pretty sure hasn't changed.
Oh, that hasn't changed.
Spike Jonze. We're going to see what Henry and Caleb said.
Well, I'm almost there to 4-1. Spike Jonze.
And see if Caleb agrees.
I actually said Steve McQueen.
Ooh.
Oh,
Is it because you're hungry? Shame on you.
Either way, so we have our number 4, that is Spike Jonze. So we now go to number 3 spot on the list. I'm curious on whether or not this will be a clean sweep. No, never mind. This will not be a clean sweep. I lied.
My reasoning on this one is legit.
Oh, jeez. Why don't I believe you? All right, I'm going to go to
me first.
Okay, I'll go to Henry first.
Yes. Of the final 3, the only person not direct a Best Picture winner, Ryan Coogler.
All right. Going to Caleb.
We don't know. It might, but probably not. Steve McQueen.
All right. Going to Jordan.
Ryan Johnson.
Ryan Johnson's already at number 5.
Oh, dang it. Oops.
That would have been a sneaky number 3, though.
It would have been. I do have Steve McQueen.
Okay, Steve McQueen. So 2 for Steve McQueen, 1 for Ryan Coogler. Going to Matt.
Damien.
And I'm with Matt on this one. I had Damien Chazelle. So I believe Oh, wait.
I have to change.
Yeah. Henry has to change. Is it going to be Damien Chazelle or Steve McQueen?
Well, the 2 people I wanted to be 1 and 2. That's bogus. All right, well, I just got to go bias on this one then. I'm going to go McQueen.
No. Damn it. All right. So McQueen.
I wanted them to be 1 and 2 and be happy either one, but you guys made me. So.
Well, Steve McQueen is at number 3, so now he goes to number 1, director on the list.
All right, we write down who we think should be number 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Remember the criteria I said for my number 3, by the way.
I do, and I'm ignoring it.
I'm talking to sensible people.
So we got Coogler, McQueen.
You dare suggest I'm not sensible?
Not when you lose to Janine.
Wow.
Oh, you went there.
I'm in your head now. I'm in your head.
I'm
in your head.
That. Wow. Okay,
I'm just
Siri,
kidding.
how to delete someone? How to delete someone from my life? All right. I'm gonna go to Caleb.
Damon Chazelle should be number 1.
All right. I know what Henry said.
Damian Chazelle.
Okay, I know what Matt said.
Steve McQueen.
What the fuck? What's your real vote?
For 3.
No, we're voting 1. Where have you been?
Oh, okay.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, while Matt rewrites his thing, I have Ryan Coogler for number 1.
Of course you do.
Gonna go to Matt once again.
Ryan Coogler, number 1.
All right, and Jordan, you're the tiebreaker on this one. It's gonna be Ryan Coogler or Damon Chazelle.
Ryan Coogler.
Balls.
All right, so we have our list. So number 5, our top 5 best director with 5 individual lists. Number 5, Rian Johnson. Number 4, Spike Jonze. Number 3, Steve McQueen. Number 2, Damien Chazelle. And number 1, Ryan Coogler.
With an asterisk, the real number 1's Frank Darabont. We all forgot.
I don't remember Frank Darabont. But either way, so this is a really fun show. I'm happy you guys came. I want to thank everybody who watched. I want to thank everybody from Auto Media for consistently letting me put on this show. This is something I really love to do. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week.
Looking forward to it.